In this video, we'll be showing you how we clean our cast iron pans. It's important to note that if you were cooking something like bacon or steak where it has a lot of grease, you'll want to drain and dispose of that grease properly before continuing. We've just finished cooking some eggs here, and it's easiest to clean your pans when they are hot or warm, but just make sure it's not too hot to handle. We're going to go ahead and just wipe out some of the remaining grease here with the paper towel before we move on. Once we've wiped out as much of the grease as we can, we're going to go ahead and turn on our hot water. We want to make sure this water is very hot because you don't want a hot pan to mix with cold water, as that could run the risk of actually cracking the pan itself. And we have our little towel here that we're going to be using. So once our water is nice and hot, we'll go ahead and take our pan and begin to rinse out all of the junk in there. Taking our little towel, we're just kind of scraping around, see if we can get that burnt cheese, egg, just everything out and into the drain. After that initial rinse, we do see that there are a few spots on here that are just really stuck, and we're going to need something a little more to get it off. We're going to take just a little bit of coarse salt and then just a dash of water in there. Now this water is going to dissolve the salt so it doesn't scratch your pan, and then taking that same little towel, we're just going to go ahead and begin to scrub it out, and the salt is going to be coarse enough to move any of those chunks or remove that debris, and then it should be looking pretty clean once we're done. Next thing we're going to do is go ahead and rinse out that salt water mixture just to make sure we only have water in the pan. After it's all rinsed out, we'll go ahead, take a dry paper towel, and just begin to dry off as much of this as we possibly can. After doing a quick hand dry, we're going to go ahead, throw our pan back onto the stovetop on a medium heat, and it'll sit here for a few minutes. We really just want to make sure any of the water gets evaporated to reduce the risk of it rusting. Once the pan is nice and dry, we'll go ahead and turn that heat off, and then taking a paper towel, we're just going to add a little bit of oil here. It's recommended to do like vegetable or canola oil to season the pan. This is just going to be a really thin layer of seasoning just to protect the cast iron even more, and you just want to get it all over the entirety of the pan. So once the pan's completely covered, then we're going to go ahead and take a dry paper towel and wipe up any of the excess oil that is still on the pan. And after that has been wiped up, then it's ready to be put away. And that's how you clean a cast iron pan. If you found this video helpful, it would mean a lot if you could hit that subscribe and like button below. And thanks for watching.